Hello and welcome. My name is Tom Shima, and today is Monday, July 6th. I'm going to be continuing to play the game Persona 3 Reload as a part of my Persona A Day series. 2026 has been this perfect chance to get to play the game one in-game day at a time, as it lines up perfectly with the real calendar. So, as I like to do, I'm going to start off by going over what we did yesterday to make sure we've all got the same information coming into today. Then from there, we'll get into today's gameplay and see where that takes us. And after that, we'll come back here to the desk and talk about it a bit. For those of you watching on YouTube, I will have timestamps in the description in case you want to jump ahead to a different section. And since this is a full playthrough of the game, please be aware that we will be encountering spoilers. So yesterday was Sunday, it was July 5th. It being Sunday, there was no school. Well, that was a nice start to the day. It's felt like a busy week, but a rewarding week. After all of that, it was nice to get to a day off and just be able to kind of take that breath and relax and rest up a bit. Pretty early on, I received a couple texts, one from Yuko and one from Chihiro, both asking if I could spend some time with them, so it was nice to have some options as soon as I got up. And I decided to start the day with the weekly broadcast of Tanaka's Amazing Commodities. He was selling an office snacks set this week. Sounded like it had some interesting things for sale. It was affordable, so I thought, why not? I don't know exactly what the items will do for us, but it sounded like an interesting thing to purchase and experiment with. So I placed that order. And then as I do on Sundays, I decided to get out and stretch my legs a bit, see the town, see how different everything looks on a Sunday, how busy it all was, check in with all the local places. I also, again, was getting ready for Tuesday's full moon operations, so I wanted to just, again, really make sure that I've got enough equipment, medicine, and all of those essentials. And I do feel confident about that. But we've got one more day to make sure, so I want to just, make double and triple sure as much as I can beforehand. Once again, I saw Yukari, Junpei, and Ken Amada at the shrine. It's really been cool to kind of see them there on Sundays and have that be a new stop to talk and check in with them. From there, I decided what to do with the rest of my day. I really wanted this to be a rest and recovery day. Before I even left on that walk, I saw Mitsuru and Fuka down in the lounge at the dorm, and Mitsuru reminded me about the importance of resting up as an aspect of being prepared to face the full moon. She said that if we're too burnt out over-preparing, then that will actually be a detriment to us. And that was good advice, and I did want to take yesterday as that recovery day for that purpose. And as I like to do, we know our character's a gamer, so as I do almost every Sunday, I had that chance to do some online gaming, playing Innocent Sin Online with the character Maya, and I definitely took that yesterday. As soon as I logged in, I actually logged in as her character was already there, and I overheard her talking to herself, because she had something she wanted to reveal to me. She was kind of surprised to see that I was there, and I overheard her talking to herself. But she mustered up her courage and said that she wanted to let me know that there's someone at the school that she works at that she likes. But she also wanted to say, but that doesn't change our relationship. We're still gaming buddies, you and I, but there is someone I like. So it's kind of cool for her to have that confidence in me and to share that with me and want me to know that. She went into a little bit more detail. She said that the person she likes happens to be one of the students in her homeroom class. So make of that what you will. But, I appreciated her trust with me and the fact that she doesn't want to upset the balance between us as gaming friends. She likes who she likes and whatever beyond that, but she also has the presence of mind or whatever you want to call it to just enjoy the gaming bond that we have. We're friends in this game, and whatever she does outside of the game, she doesn't want to change that. And like I say, I appreciated her feeling comfortable around me enough to share those things. So having that deeper understanding between the two of us, we increased the social link rank all the way up to 8 already. It's been moving quite fast, quite far, so it was good to see. And from there, she said she was going to log off early. She didn't make an appointment, but she wanted to stop by a salon to change her look a little bit and see if Shima-kun would notice her. And with that, she logged off. How was that for a cliffhanger? But after all that, after a day of gaming and just kind of unwinding, doing something I like, that took us to the evening. And in keeping with that relaxation time, I saw Mitsuru. She was up on the second floor in that kind of hallway nook area with the books. And she invited me to read with her. And just like I'd enjoyed reading some manga with Junpei and reading that sci-fi novel with Fuka, I thought it'd be great, to spend some time with Mitsuru doing the same thing. So she asked me what my thoughts were on literature in general and what sort of topics I liked or what forms of books. I mentioned I enjoy novels, and she said that she does as well. Her particular favorites were historical fiction, which sounded interesting to me. But she had some books that she thought might be perfect for me, so she went to her room and brought back some history books and some biographies just to kind of see what might resonate with me. And it was nice to get to actually see what sort of books she curates, and she actually took the time to actually think that they would be good books for me, so I appreciated that. And it seemed like it was a lot of fun. Time flew by again. I even improved my academics by reading some informational books that way, so that was an added bonus. But she said at the end of that, as it was getting a little bit later, that it was a lot of fun. She was amazed at how much progress I'd made with the books, and she thought it was just the perfect relaxing evening, which was exactly what I wanted it to be, and I was glad she felt that as well. And she also said that this was so much fun that she would love to do it again sometime, which again was encouraging. It was something we both liked doing, and the thought of doing it again just seemed even better. So before it got too late, we decided to be responsible and put the books away, head back to our rooms, and cap off just a good, peaceful, relaxing day. Get to bed at a reasonable hour, and be fully prepared to come into the new week. So with that, we should be heading on into Monday today. We've got one more day till the full moon to be as ready as we can be, and I'm going to try to make the most of it. I'll get us over to the game, and we'll see how that goes. I'll be right there. All right. So this is where we left off yesterday. With Mitsuru here saying it's nice to spend some time reading quietly together like this. I totally agreed with that.
Thank you. That made for a relaxing evening.
It really was.
Well then, it's about time we return to our rooms. Good night.
Yeah, just that perfect day off, to relax, unwind, and get my mind and body ready for the new week. So here it is, Monday the 6th. We've caught up with the real calendar.
Yo!
Get to talk to Junpei this morning. What's up? Tomorrow's the big day. It sure is. For what? I don't really want to shake the team's confidence the day before the big operation. So yeah. And as much as everybody's been telling me, I've kind of been keeping track, and literally everyone on the team at some point in this last week has reminded me about the full moon. So for me to claim ignorance now seems like a stretch. So yeah, that's right. Tomorrow is the big day.
Yeah.
I've got butterflies in my stomach. Like right before a big match. That's actually good to hear. Yukari and I were talking about that on Saturday. She came to school and said that she was really nervous about what we're coming up against, because we don't really know. Every full moon shadow has been totally different than the one before it, so it kind of stands to reason that will hold true tomorrow. But she said that she was feeling really nervous about that and wondered if I was as well. And yeah, we don't know what we're going up against, so it's really hard to know how prepared I actually am. So I let her know as much. Yeah, I am taking this seriously. We're going to do our best, but I'm not overconfident to say, oh, this will be no problem, because that bit of caution is definitely going to serve us well. And I think she appreciated that as well, because she was nervous and said, I'm glad I'm not the only one. But that kind of got us to talking on Saturday, and I kind of wondered about people like Junpei and Akihiko, who seemed more excited than nervous. I kind of figured they wanted to prove themselves against these shadows and try to overcome a challenge. But for that same reason that it was nice to talk to Yukari about her feelings, I actually am really excited to hear from Junpei that he is taking this especially serious. Not that I doubted him exactly, but being nervous for this sounds like the right, reasonable reaction to that, so I'm good he's in a good headspace there. Now I know how Sanada-san feels before he gets in the ring. Yeah, and at least for Akihiko, he has some idea about who or what he's going to be fighting against. We have no idea what this shadow's going to be like or what it's capable of. I mean, for Akihiko, getting into a boxing ring, there's a good chance it's going to be a boxing match, but we have no idea what the shadow's going to be like, so there's just that even greater level of unknown. A good grounded way to start the school day and the school week, though. Looked like classes must have came in but went fairly smoothly. Made it through the morning, afternoon. We have exams coming up in very short order, surprisingly now. Starting on the 14th, a week from tomorrow, a week from that full moon, we have our final exams from the 14th through the 18th. So we've got not a lot of time and a lot to prepare, but obviously the most pressing concern is tomorrow. And isn't that just the way life works, too? You can't just be busy with one thing. You've got to be busy with multiple big things all at once. So, once again, the game does a good job at emulating life. So I guess that's our timeline plan. We've got that nice big 1 up in the corner there to remind us that tomorrow is the day. And my phone is full of messages again. Ooh, there's Maiko at the very top here. I can play today. Come to the shrine. Odagiri, work-related. This is Odagiri. I have high hopes for you. It would be great if you could attend the meeting today. That's all. Before I read Odagiri's, I looked down at Miyamoto here with re. It's Miyamoto. You ready? Let's go to practice. An ad from Wild Duck Burger here. Have you tried our new burger with unknown ingredients? Plus, now our fries are extra salty. We await your visit, Wild Ducklings. Secret recipes? Mysterious ingredients? Do you have the guts to go Wild Duck? I'm not sure I've actually been there since completing that Big Eater challenge a couple weeks ago, but that was such a good feeling of accomplishment that I don't want to feel like I'm done with Wild Duck, but I felt like I overcame the big, literal Wild Duck challenge. So maybe I'll go back as the returning champion one of these times. Probably not tonight, though, with the full moon tomorrow. And Officer Kurosawa reminding us that he has sales on Monday. Something for you. I've got something for you today. Consider restitution for you and the others for working diligently every day. Kurosawa. And I really appreciate that lining up the day before the full moon tomorrow, the operation. For anybody that wasn't geared up properly, there's just that literal last chance to take advantage of a sale and be as geared as one can be. I am very confident there. That was the first thing I was actually squared away with this segment of Tartarus. So all of our equipment should be in good shape. Let's why not take a look while we're here? I mean, I'm sure we're looking good, but I see an exclamation mark there. Apparently I found an accessory somewhere that I haven't actually looked at. A land badge. Ooh, okay. I do vaguely remember finding that, but obviously it didn't take enough time to go in and actually do anything with it. Regenerate 1. That is actually pretty useful. Regenerates a tiny bit of HP each turn. Very much like the Mage's Mark I'm wearing right now, which restores a bit of SP every turn. Yeah, maybe I should look at that. Here I am talking about how confident I feel with my equipment. My initial thought was, well, maybe I should give that to Junpei because some of his attacks are powered by spending HP. So if he's naturally restoring HP regularly, that would be a good thing. But the other side would kind of be that safety net for someone like Yukari, who's our healer. Right now she's got a guard band, which provides a fractional amount of extra defense. Probably like, one endurance. Nothing huge. But if she were restoring a little bit of HP every turn, there's a lot of good to be said to keeping your healer alive. And she's not getting hit every turn, but she's guaranteed to be receiving a bit of HP every turn. That would just keep her in the best shape possible. So maybe talking all that out, maybe I'd like her to have that land badge. I guess the nice thing about equipment too is that's not anything that's like a permanent commitment. It's not like I've assigned it to her and it's bound to her now and no one can take it. So for now, I think that's where I want it to go. But looking at everything else, the main reason I'm here, I guess we'll stop by Officer Kurosawa. Maybe it's even better to talk at that point when I can look at his weapons. But I feel good about our equipment right now. So with the rest of the day, before I rush off, seeing Maiko would be a nice thing to do. I want to keep tabs on her because of the last conversations we've had about her plans to run away. They did not sound good. Last Monday, I attended the student council meeting just to kind of get things in order for the week. That wouldn't be bad. I'm actually, as I look around here and think about the track meeting, I kind of thought that with this being the week before exams, these after-school clubs weren't meeting. So I'm not dissatisfied that they're available to me today, but I'm just a little bit surprised. Who else was on our phone here? Yeah, okay, so we've talked about these three. It wouldn't be bad to go back to the student council and again kind of get things in line for the week. But I really don't want to let Maiko go too long either, just considering what she was planning. So maybe Maiko today. We'll take a look and see. But let's see where everyone else spent their time. Odagiri, Fuka, Miyamoto, and Maiko were the standouts. It's really surprising, too. I mean, 10% isn't a huge number, but we're up to double-digit percents on people not doing social links in the afternoon. There are a lot of great other activities over there on the daily life side of things as well. Studying and Wakatsu Kitchen, both I see those as academic options. We've got the exams coming, like I just talked about, in a week's time now, so I did want to try to do a bit for my academics before then. There's still a little bit of time, but I can't keep saying there's time, when eventually there won't be time. Even saying all that, though, I think I am going to stick with the 90% and go with the social links again today. And just narrowing it down, I went to track practice on Friday and learned a lot more about Miyamoto that day, but it was very recent that I attended track practice. So, not to say that's a good reason to not go today, but because of that, my current priorities probably put either Odagiri or Maiko at the top of that list. I'd love to be able to spend some time with Fuka, but I need more confidence for that, or more courage. So, let's talk to some people, head out into the town, just see where we're at. Start off with Junpei here. Don't you get kind of anxious before a full moon? I can't stop thinking about it. Definitely. I 100% do. Especially playing it in this Persona a day style as well. In a normal gameplay, you still have that build up, but I've really had more time for it, literally more time for it to sink in these last weeks talking about it. I've watched it get closer one real day at a time, and talking to everybody at that same daily pace has just been that long-term reminder, as opposed to, maybe a couple hours of gameplay. But I've really enjoyed that, so it does really hit differently this way. At least that makes class go by a lot faster. Maybe that's why the class days have been going by so fast. I'm just so preoccupied with other things. Student council's there. Make sure that persimmon tree is still standing nice and tall. Looks good from here. No new information for it as well. I do want to keep tabs on that for the old couple. Looks like no art club today. No fashion club today. Nobody to talk to down here. It means we've covered a lot of our bases ahead of time with the social side of talking to everybody here. I probably said it most Mondays running out of the building here, but it's always rewarding to get to the end of that first day back. It's exciting to get to the last day of the week before your day off, but to get back and make it through that first day, it's like, okay, the rest of the week feels a lot more attainable now because this one's behind me. Not to wish time away, but I'm sure a lot of us have been there when we're stuck during obligations. The free time never seems to go as slowly as the work time. I made my way over to a screenshot while talking. The way of the godson is showing. That would work on my courage. One of these days, like I keep saying, one of these days we'll go to a movie. That day is not today. And what we will definitely do, though, is talk to the weak cat back here. Everybody got your Mew ready? Mew. Looking good, weak cat. Delinquents? Okay, everybody's looking good. I'll say, how close can I get? But I don't want to scare the timid cat away. Paulownia Mall is a great next stop. I am going to stop in, like I said, and just double check with Officer Kurosawa. Having found that land badge, just going through my pockets there, it does kind of make me want to really take a little bit more close look and just make sure, because I've had it in my head for a while that I'm just so set, don't need to worry about any of my equipment, and then I go and find that, so maybe I'm not as infallible with that as I thought I was. I still do feel pretty good about it, but... And there's a sale today, so this is just the best time to really make sure.
Prices are a bit lower today. Take a look if you have the chance.
So yeah, weapon-wise, we'll just kind of fly through here. Yeah. Everything he's selling for like the top-tier attack is slightly lower than what we're using. Some things are different accuracy-wise. I mean, I would jump 5 points of accuracy, but at a decent cost to my attack, so...
There's an air of panic in the streets lately. I'm sworn to protect the public, so I'll do what I can to help.
I appreciate that. I actually haven't shopped with Officer Kurosawa in a while to hear some of the flavor dialogue here.
Uh-huh.
not the kind of stuff you really want to hear, with there being the sense of panic in the streets, but hopefully, if tomorrow's operation goes well, we can handle that.
As you need.
Lots of us already do have Master's Garments. I remember buying those fairly early on. Yep, so we're good there. Footwear should be about the same.
Take as long as you need.
There are a few that might be minimal boosts, like these combat boots would take me up 2 points of evasion, but These gallant sneakers give me resist fear, which just seems like for 2 points of evasion, I don't encounter fear very often, but I'd rather resist it than not.
I have no idea what you're fighting out there. Just don't get in over your heads. Take as long as you need.
It looks like a good variety of accessories through here, but Mage's Mark, Land Badge, Guard Badge. Okay. Well, taking a real look there, I do feel genuinely better now.
You finished?
I am. Thank you, Officer Kurosawa. I definitely appreciate these times and reminders to make sure I'm focused on what I need to focus on. So, thank you and have a good day.
You finished? Come back soon.
We'll end up at the Velvet Room today because I need to make sure of how I'm going to spend my time, which personas I want. Also got a leisurely businessman here with something new to say. Want to know something cool? You know this place is called Polonia Mall, right? Well, you know how it got that name? Not really. I don't. I could speculate, but I'd rather hear it from him. Interesting. Okay, this isn't actually what I was thinking. Polonia is a type of plant, and part of the Kirijo name comes from the character for Polonia tree. Yeah, okay, that is very nice information. I did not know that. Since this place is under the ownership of the Kirijo group, that's how it got its name. Get it? I do. And I like clever things like that. I may look like a slacker salaryman, but I know some surprising things. Yeah. And that's, even saying stuff like that, that's an important thing to know. Even all these background characters, they've got lives of their own. And even somebody you could dismiss as, oh yeah, they're just an NPC in my world. They're a wealth of information too, so to discount people as just background characters. It applies in game, it applies in life. You keep your ears open, you can hear things. It was a good conversation. And I'm glad I was honest and said, no, I don't know. I'd always kind of thought of, the Polonia as a flower, and I kind of figured, the way this place is arranged in kind of a circular, with all the shops on the perimeter like petals, I kind of just figured it was some sort of flower thing. But it apparently went a lot deeper than that. Game parade full of games, High School of Youth and Punch Boxer. I know I'm good on medicine. I am sure on that one. Well, as sure as I can be since I don't know what I'm facing. But we had enjoyed the sale on Saturday, and I really did go through and take stock of what he was selling versus what I had. So I am stocked up for as much as I can justify here. So pharmacist, thank you for running a great store, for having good sales, and always being here for me. I'll see you when I do.
You got everything you need?
That last confirmation's like, do I? I really think I do. I do.
Come again, yeah?
Yeah. Okay, so for the rest of the day, I haven't really seen anybody else around. I did see Suimitsu. I didn't call out attention to him, but he was there by the fountain. But like I said, his schedule seems a little different from everyone else's. So while we're at school now, I kind of want to just focus on the people that are at school. By saying that, maybe that pushes me towards Odagiri a little bit more. I mean, nothing against Maiko, and I really do want to make sure her story progresses in a safe, positive direction, but we'll head by Naganaki Shrine and make sure everything looks okay. But if everything does look good, I think we'll head back and attend another student council meeting with Odagiri and the rest. We've got exams coming up in a week, so the more we can do as a student council to make sure the school and the student body are prepared, the better. And so that, even if I consider both of them, I've either got the Hanged Man or the Emperor social links. So I have Take Mikazuchi for the Emperor. Ooh. And I don't have a Hanged Man here. That was the other side of things, too. I talked about wanting to have a good balance of personas ready for tomorrow, and I am pretty happy with the balance I have here. I don't believe I can fuse anything higher at my current level. So actually talking that out and having the Emperor on hand and considering spending time with the Student Council, I do think that's the direction I want to go. And like I've always been saying too, I don't need to have the corresponding persona with me, but it just helps that much more with the social links to get the most out of them. So We'll still stop by the shrine. We'll check on Maiko. We'll take our little bit of a break there, but probably going to head back to the school then and attend a student council meeting with Take Mikazuchi here. Still going to stop in and say hi to Igor and Elizabeth, though, because I have to do that.
Good day.
Elizabeth, how is today?
Are you accepting a request?
Still good here.
Very well, then.
Let's head inside. We're just one day away from the full moon now, so it's as close as we can get. And this might be our last chance to stop into the Velvet Room, unless I head to Tartarus
Welcome to
tonight.
the Velvet Room.
Even Elizabeth's been reminding me the last few days to be aware that the moon grows full. So Igor, Elizabeth, thank you so much for being here. Having looked at the personas I have, I really do feel confident that I should hopefully be in the best shape I can be for tomorrow, and I wouldn't feel that way if it weren't for the two of you. So thank you. Hopefully tomorrow goes well and I can come back in high spirits to talk again.
We look forward to your next visit.
And I look forward to being here. So thank you very much to the both of you. And yeah, just taking that time to feel good about that. I really hope that comes together the way I'm hoping it should. So I've seen everybody around here. We'll head off to the shrine and then we'll make our way back towards the school. Okay, good. Here is Maiko. She still looks good. She's still safe and sound. Good. Tomorrow's the big day. I'm not sure if we're going to have any time after school to stretch our legs and do these walks, so I've got to go with the sacred tree today for our resting meditative spot. Let's get some water, take a few deep breaths, just kind of unwind, enjoy nature, look internally, reflect a bit. We'll take our break here, and then we'll get back to the rest of the afternoon in just a minute. Okay, everybody feeling good? Nice and relaxed? Ready to continue on with the day? All right, then, let's go. So Maiko's looking good. I can feel confident headed back to the school now to maintain my responsibilities with the student council. I've already headed down this hall, so let's commit to it. Kind of the long way around, but a different way. I've been walking around, so let's stop here and just make sure we're in good, presentable shape to attend that meeting. See what else is on our mind to make sure we're not forgetting anything beforehand. I get to harvest the plants tonight. That is a good reminder. I'm sure I'll probably think about that when I get back to the dorm as well, but it's always nice to have that reminder. We'll get to see what Junpei and I were able to cultivate. That'll be good. I have not saved it yet today, so let's remedy that. All right. So, last time we attended the meeting, it didn't actually advance the social link. It was just another good chance to spend some time with Odagiri talking. But the time prior to that when we'd attended, it seemed like he had been accusing the student council vice president of being the one that was the guilty party for smoking. And she vehemently disagreed with that, saying he has no evidence, and the cigarette was found in the boys' room, all important factors. But he's been taking this very hardline stance of prove your innocence, rather than I need proof to prove your guilt. He's been accusing a lot of people. We saw him accuse a third year about a month or so back, and take a punch to the face as a result. And I've just been increasingly concerned with his investigation style. Yes, this is a problem we need to correct, but we need to go about it the right way. And just blindly accusing people and saying, if you're not the guilty party, then tell me who is, doesn't sit well with me. And that kind of came to a head last time, or I guess time before last when we were at the student council, after he was accusing the vice president. Everyone else walked out on him and didn't want to have a meeting with him. And he said, fine, nobody gets it but me. We need to do this. If we don't solve this problem, it's just going to be a gateway to bigger ones. And then he turned to me, and I was still there, and said, you agree with me, right, Tom? And at that point, I did kind of have to draw that line because no, I haven't really been agreeing with his style in a while. I said as much. You've been kind of taking it too far. And, not to dissuade, I mean, yes, I do want the problem to be solved, but I want it to be solved the right way. So I didn't want to just keep agreeing with him and fueling decisions that I wasn't in agreement with. And I didn't want to just throw him to the wind and say, I'm done with you as well, because I am still committed to seeing this through properly. But properly is the key there. He wasn't very happy to hear that, and he just kind of shook his head and said, not you two. Don't get swept up into their sentimentality. We need to do this for the school, or this is just going to make everything worse and worse and worse. So he's got decent motivations, but I'm at odds with his style of handling it. That, I believe, is how we left off, but let's make sure with our social link reminder here. Student council members are objecting to Odagiri's tyrannical approach to the investigation, but their words only fall on deaf ears. Yeah. Once again, the game sums it up so well, but it is nice to kind of try to talk it out beforehand, just to really force myself to recall back and appreciate the fact that it has been a week or so since we were here. But I'm glad I was able to remember that. It shows I'm making an actual real social link with Odagiri and the rest of the council. So, knowing that, let's see where things can go today. It's the student council room. I've got Takemi Kazuchi, so let's attend the student council. I'll spend time after school in the student council room.
Sorry you went out of your way to stop by, but it was a quick meeting. Everyone left already.
Sorry I missed you. Thank you so much for the follow. I very much appreciate it. Thank you for being here. I hope you're having a good time. Odagiri here. Sorry you went out of your way to stop by. It was a quick meeting and everyone left already. I can kind of see that today. I actually did my tour around the town, so maybe I dragged my feet a bit too long or stared at that sacred tree a little bit too long and missed the meeting. I mean, if I just come right from class, that would have been a bit of a different story, but yeah, I can kind of see the roundabout path I took to get here. The meeting could have ended without me.
It's nice not having those hyenas around.
So he's still thinking that direction. We are a student council. I mean, I guess you could arguably have a council of one, but it's a little bit less of a council then. I think there are other terms for that. Yeah. Interesting that you have these choices here. It's nice, kind of seems to probe more of his psychology of why he thinks the way he does, and why is it nice to not have those hyenas, as you call them, around. That could be kind of interesting, but it could almost seem like I'm digging too deep. He definitely also seems like a man of action. He wants to focus on the process rather than the why, which isn't always a good thing. It can lead to results, but not all results are positive. But he's very much been trying to solve this actively by accusing people and other methods. So I would rather kind of focus that same idea and just stick with the actions of "you're not going home yet." That opens up the chance for him to talk about what he's doing rather than how he's feeling, which seems like more of his preferred style of communicating. Not that I'm not curious about what's going on in his head, but there are things I think he'd more readily want to share with me, and I think this is one of them. You're not going home yet?
There's something I want to take care of before I go home.
I see. A little cryptic, but nothing for me to press on. Very much one of those. If you want to let me know, I'd love to hear it, but if not, that's private. That's your business. I'm content keeping it that way.
It's that cigarette butt in the boys' bathroom. I have to hurry and narrow down my suspects.
I mean, that's an important part of the investigation, true.
So, as you can see, we can't exactly hold a meeting right now. You can leave if you want.
This feels like that perfect chance for me to step into my role as that as-needed character. Mitsuru brought me into the student council without a specific purpose, to kind of be that general floater to help wherever was needed. So it sounds like a good chance for me to throw my hat in and say, no, I'm here, I'm part of the council. This is one of my responsibilities, so let me share that burden. I do want to help him as well. I mean, as much as I was saying time before last that I wasn't a fan of how he was handling things, I can't just criticize and walk away. I could, but I shouldn't, and I don't want to. I want to actually contribute and maybe by my actions show him my way of approaching these things, looking for evidence, narrowing down the suspects that way. But I can't do that just by walking away and saying, good luck. I'll criticize you with the others, but I'm not willing to take the time to help. So hopefully I can throw my hat in here and help out. But I just got here. Just to kind of whine at him about that. Oh man, I walked all the way back to school for this. But no, I'm as much a member of the council as everyone else. I have my roles, my responsibilities, so I think I'll stick around. He's given me the choice. He said, you can leave if you want. Doesn't mean I have to. By that same logic, I can stay and help him. So I think I'll stick around.
You're probably busy all the time, too. Try taking a break once in a while.
Now that kind of surprises me to hear from him, as dedicated as he seems to be to solving the problem at whatever it takes. Not to say I see him as some sort of one-track mind monster, but I really like that he is reaching out on a personal, caring level like that to make sure you take a break. And that, you are probably busy. Yeah, it really humanizes Odagiri. So, thank you for the concern. Likewise, I can throw that back at you as well. You seem very busy, so maybe we can both take a break. Maybe this is kind of like the talk we had yesterday about resting up for tomorrow's full moon operation. Training all the time is good, but training within limits is good, but you need those breaks to rest and recover and approach things with a new, fresh body or a fresh mind. And I'm sure that approach would work with an investigation as well. He's been really racking his brain trying to narrow the suspect list down, so maybe the best thing to do is to take that break, to step back, see the picture from a different angle, and maybe you'll have those eureka moments then. So maybe we can kind of pursue that.
If you're not in a hurry, can you spare a few minutes? I'd like to share something.
Absolutely.
A man without position, honor, or education? What does he cling to as he struggles through life?
Nero, welcome back. Great to see you again. Thanks for being here. Tim, Tom, it's close. Taiwanese, I like that. Well, hope you've been doing well. A man without position, honor, or education. What does he cling to as he struggles through life? Well, could be all sorts of things. Hopefully, at the base of it all, hopefully there's some level of happiness or contentment or friends or family. You can have all those things without position, honor, or education. It's the social link side of things like we're experiencing here and now.
Sincerity, a man once told me.
Sincerity. Okay.
Do you want to know what happened to that man?
It seems like an important part of the story. I would love to hear.
Well, a TV anchor woman was injured on the job while reporting on a story.
Yeah, Makoto here, he is an interesting character. Yeah, you make some good points. I like that.
The TV station executives deemed it an unfortunate accident.
That very much sounds like the corporate speak. You can hear it in his voice, that unfortunate accent, and see it in those quotes there.
But when a magazine caught wind that they were hiding something, the execs threw the writer under the bus. They said it was the writer who covered up the truth. They turned him into a scapegoat. And now, that man is blacklisted from the TV industry. His life's calling. The same man who taught me the meaning of sincerity.
I see. We've really been coming further into a lot of the social links recently. We are getting to see the deeper sides of things and some actual motivations behind the characters. Spending time with Miyamoto after the track practice on Friday, he got to talking about his nephew and why he has to run. So talking to Odagiri like this really pulls the curtain back a bit more on how he really sees and approaches things.
In today's society, the weak are preyed upon by the strong. You can't survive on sincerity alone.
True, you can't survive on any one trait alone by itself. But no man is an island either. By having other people around you, you kind of build other people's strengths into your own. That's why we're doing these social link sides of things. And at the same time, you can't survive on sincerity alone. But what are you willing to give up? At what point? What is the price for surviving in society?
As for me, I want to lead an organization that fosters strength.
Okay. I can see that motivation. I could see that, but it still circles back to what are you willing to give up to maintain that strength? Everything has a cost. At the very beginning of this playthrough, from day one, we had that contract we signed of you're going to be making a lot of choices. And with every choice comes a consequence. And you have to be the one to be willing to accept responsibility for your choices. That seems like that's been a driving narrative focus throughout this entire story so far. And I like how it interjects itself into the social links and just every aspect of the playthrough here. Choices, consequences, and having to live with them. In this world of strength, this organization you want to build. Okay, but everything has a cost.
And to do that, order is essential if I want to keep those with power in check.
I see. Oh, and again, this is one of those things. He isn't wrong in what he's saying. Order does keep things in check. It's that structure and that framework that keeps everyone accountable. But if you're trying to limit the power of others by seizing power for yourself, at what point do you become what you hated? Odagiri spoke with a passion. His words seem truly heartfelt. They do. He has really pulled back that curtain, and it's not just, like I said earlier, about him focusing on the process of things and isolating feelings. He does have that deep motivation, that fire within him to approach things for a reason, not just to get a result. Not that I ever thought he was a one-dimensional character like that, but we've grown closer now, so he's more comfortable sharing that side of him with me and showing it to me so I can see it and not just infer it. And kind of like talking with Maya the other day, too. It's really encouraging that he trusts me to share this with me. He didn't just tell me to go home and say, I don't need your help here. I want to talk to you about this. Will you listen? Oh yeah, I feel like we're becoming better friends. I always like making social link progress, and it's been so much, I don't want to say more fun, because like I said, I've always liked it, but as the storylines have been getting deeper and further along, it's so hard to not want to come back and spend the next bunch of days like, okay, where does this go next? When's the next student council meeting? I have to attend. I've really been enjoying kind of spacing things out and trying to live that balanced life with everybody around, but it's like putting a good book down at this point. It's like, if it takes me another week, or it won't even be next week, because next week are exams. So it could be a while before I continue this, and I really want to see where it goes. But that's also the fun of letting it actually live in my head for a while and wonder. But I feel really good about getting to see this new side of Odagiri and kind of frame everything he's done and said with that context in mind now. He isn't just doing this because he wants to control the school or because he wants to just punish people. He wants to create order and in a society structure that everyone is held accountable that way. I still am not sure I agree with the way he's gone about it, but I can appreciate the why behind it now.
Well, seems like a good spot to call it a day. Shall we head out together?
Together, yeah. I picked up on that last line here, too. Shall we head out together? So often, even earlier, he was like, oh, you can go if you want. But I like that. He wants to actually head out together. We're close enough now that he's happy doing that. He's not going to just stay behind and keep working. So yeah, I would like that. I worked part of the way home with Odagiri. Nice. I'm sure we probably still talked mostly about student council stuff, but maybe being outside of the school, that gave us a chance to see other sides of ourselves. I'm not sure how much I've really been able to talk about with him outside of student council work, so maybe this was our chance to kind of break the ice on who we are as broader people, rather than just our roles within the student council. Yeah, a lot of good progress. Oh, that box I ordered on Sunday is already here. Wow. That can't be. It's only Monday. That would be such a quick turnaround time if I ordered from Tanaka's Amazing Commodities yesterday and it's here already. It's only Monday, right? Wow. The product I ordered through the home shopping program on TV has arrived. Maybe now that I'm friends with the president himself, maybe I've got expedited shipping or something. Let's see what's inside. Yep. We've got the 3 chocolates and the 3 Dr. in jelly. They both sounded so interesting, not a product I'd seen around before. That part of that, a good sales tactic from President Tanaka there. It's like, man, I want those. I have no idea what they do, but because I don't know, I kind of want them. Nice to see Junpei here. Sup, dude? Tomorrow's the day. It sure is. If we lose, the city gets overrun with the lost, right? That's a very real concern, yes. I guess you and I, we haven't really talked about that specifically because the game hasn't specifically brought it up, but yeah. There are more consequences than I'm sure we're even aware of at this point. So, we don't want that to happen, so I have to give it my all tomorrow. We gotta win this no matter what. We're the peacekeepers of this town. Just kidding. Yeah, well, we kinda are, though. We've got this special power that seems to be unique to us, that gives us the ability to, I was gonna say work in the shadows, but work against the shadows from the shadows. and yeah, keep the town safe in our own way. Well, we ought to get in gear. If you're going to Tartarus today, count me in. Oh, that's right, Shima-kun. For tomorrow, I think I'll have you stand by at the dorm just in case. So, if there are preparations you need to make, please take care of them today. All right. Very good reminder. I mean, okay, this is our last chance, it sounds like. Come to think of it, the plants I planted on the rooftop should be ready to harvest by now. Maybe I should go check on them. Oh, and the chairman's here. That makes sense, given the operation tomorrow. Well, first things first, I'm going to head upstairs, put this bag away. Junpei's talking about going to Tartarus. I'm conflicted. There's definitely a part of me that does want to go the night before this final operation, but the full moon tomorrow. This is our final chance to prepare for the operation. Narratively, there's the other side of me, kind of like yesterday, that thinks it would be better to rest up as much as we can to be in good shape for tomorrow. So, I guess our bag is put away now. I've tucked that out a bit. Tartarus doesn't sound bad. I mean, I have reached a barrier floor. My average level was still around, well, it hasn't changed, probably just shy of 25. Not too far out. Last we saw, I think everybody was at 26. So I don't feel drastically underleveled. How close are we even to leveling? 2200, 900, 17, 13. So yeah, we're not exactly close to leveling anybody up either. Doesn't mean we couldn't in a dark hour tonight. But I just want to be ready for tomorrow as well. I don't want to overexert ourselves tonight and do everything we talked about being cautious of yesterday. These are just ads tonight. Wakatsu. Today we're serving our special limited dish only for our regulars. A full-course seafood set meal available at a reasonable price. We hope you will all try it. Remember, a healthy brain stems from healthy food. Wakatsu's got your back. Game Parade. Come play our popular crane game and try to win a prize. Then stick around and hop into one of our many immersive video games. There's great fun to be had, whether you're alone or with friends. We can't wait to see you. And that part-time position at Chagall. We hope everyone is having a great day. Chagall is looking for someone to work the cafe today. Students may apply, no experience required. This is a paid position, and perks include free pheromone coffee. We look forward to meeting you. All right. First things first, I want to head upstairs and harvest those vegetables. Yeah, that's a given. Kind of torn on going to Tartarus tonight. There is that part of me that thinks it wouldn't be a bad thing. Maybe I'll talk to everybody downstairs and see how we're all feeling. I don't want to just unilaterally make that decision by myself. We'll see who's available to go as well. We've got our nice rooftop garden here. Looks like the produce can be harvested. Junpei and I worked on that the other day. Eat your veggies, peas. Harvest a crop that you grew with a teammate. Very nice. So we got some nutritious Amaronians and refreshing Amaronians. Should I plant something? Absolutely. Yeah, let's go back to the tomatoes. Nice basic healing item, but you can never have too many healing items. Harvest on 7/16. That looks good. Amazing how quick that is to get all those plants put in and still have a full evening ahead of me. But what do these new Amazonians do? Grown with Junpei. Cures distress, confuse, charm, rage, and fear from one ally. Okay, and then that's the side I grew myself. Cures freeze, shock, poison, down, dizzy for one ally. So, okay, some good status recovery items. Oh yeah, and those other things I bought, I kind of got distracted from there. Doctor and Jelly. Cures freeze, shock, poison, down, dizzy. And the chocolate. Wow, okay, so we've got a lot of curing items just recently. I'm not against that. I'm happy to have it. I bought some at the store the other day. As you can see, these rage, poison, and charm, dis items. Let me get these new tags off my list here. They're there. Now we can see a nice clean list. But yeah, having a few more items here. We kind of joked the day I went up here to work with Junpei that maybe those items that he and I grew together are going to be the ones to save the day. So I guess if status items save the day, I'm happy to have the items ready to save the day. How did everybody else spend their time? Yeah, let's think about that as well. That is an important part of the decision. Usually I check that in my room, but let's see here. How many people went to Tartarus tonight? Probably very few, since people put a lot of time in early. 6%. Okay, that's actually a few more than I expected. I guess this was the very last day to rescue the lost people before the full moon. Oh, with no social links tonight. Yeah. Maybe I will kind of go against everybody. We'll talk to people downstairs, like I said, and just see what people think about Tartarus tonight. Mitsuru, cooking with Mitsuru, that wouldn't be bad either. But, Fuka, well, first off, how are you doing? Let's talk. I'm not picking up any signs of a shadow related to tomorrow's full moon. Looks like we just have to wait until it appears tomorrow. That hard part of waiting and just knowing something is coming, but not knowing when, or, well, we kind of know when, but we don't know what. What is everyone's status? Everyone can go tonight. Yeah, and maybe there would be something to be said for that final push as a team to really make sure that we're all, kind of that trial run before the dress rehearsal kind of idea. Let's go through our abilities one more time and just make sure we're as ready as we can be. Let's see what's on TV. Tanabata, or the Star Festival tomorrow. That's right, I forgot about that. Many of the wishes hung up are requests that apathy syndrome be finally eliminated. Akihiko's getting his gear ready.
By the way,
So, full moon's nearly here. Things are about to get exciting. I can't wait to see what we're taking on. Yeah, the Tanabata Star Festival. Hard to believe. I mean, I've been so focused on the full moon that it's totally slipped my mind that lines up the exact same day. Junpei. Oh, yeah. He sounds more excited than he did this morning. It's almost the full moon. Anyways, just leave everything to me. I'll take the enemy on in the blink of an eye. Oh man, I'm so pumped. I sure hope I can get some sleep tonight. Oh yeah, getting to go soccer reviewing IRL. That would be an experience. I've never done anything like that, but that seems like it would be so much fun. Chairman, how you doing? Tomorrow, my hypothesis will be put to test. A shadow will appear during the full moon. This is all quite exciting for a researcher such as myself. I get that it's exciting from that perspective. And yeah, I mean, yeah, he is definitely a researcher in that regard, so yeah, I could see that. I'm gonna temper it with that little bit of concern of the danger we could be facing. Before we head to Tartarus, because I am still thinking about that, I do want to see what's going on elsewhere. There were no social links. I believe I already requested a fortune for this full moon session, so I don't think I can request another one tonight, but we'll stop by Club Escapade anyway, because of course we will. But I'll try to ask and make sure while I'm there. Yeah, look at all the apathy syndrome people around. That is definitely more than we've seen at any other point so far this playthrough. All that more motivation for tomorrow, hopefully going well. It will go well. I don't want to say hopefully. We're going to make it. We've put in the effort. Now we just need to act on it. No Mutatsu-san up here tonight. Just all the other couples. Fortune teller? I don't believe I can request a fortune, but can I? Oh, can I actually? Well, if I'm headed to Tartarus anyway, let's take a rarity fortune. Increases the chance of encountering rare enemies. If that's what you wish, it'll be 3,000 yen. Yeah. Then let us begin. I see it. If you go to the Tower tonight, if you go to the Tower of Shadow tonight, you are destined to face an adversary clad in gold. Alright. I'm there mostly for experience, so if I can successfully overcome a rare shadow, that would be great. Normally when I start climbing the tower too, I'll stop in and I'll fuse personas to make space for the ones I can find while I'm there, but I've got a good balance with me right now, and I don't really want to mess around with that too much before tomorrow, so I might just continue to keep what I've got, and if I manage to level up tonight, maybe I'll look and see what I can fuse, but I've got a good group right now, and I don't want to, like I say, just upset that tomorrow and come in with new personas that I'm not used to. But I guess that's how tonight works as well. We've got an hour in the dark hour here to put those finishing touches on tuning the team up. So Fuka, I know it sounds kind of contrary to what I was saying yesterday, but let's get the team to head to Tartarus tonight.
Yes.
All right, then let's meet at the usual place. I'll let the others know. See you there. Hopefully this puts the rest of the team's minds a bit more at ease. I'm sure we're not going to try to overexert ourselves. We'll spend our time in the dark hour. I feel good about our abilities as it is, so this is just that last minute reminder, refresher. It would be like preparing for a big sporting event and not going to practice for 3 weeks beforehand. We do kind of need a little bit of time on the field to be ready to actually perform on the field tomorrow. And we're here. I'm going to save the game to commit those choices. Or this is the dark hour. I mean, I'm going to stop in here, though, and just see if I can fuse anything, even though I was saying I don't really want to shake things up too much. I will just, having that knowledge now, before I actually start the dark hour is
Welcome to
good.
the Velvet Room.
So let's just take a look and see. What can I fuse?
Ah, what kind of persona do you desire?
I could make Legion, but it would take Lamia. Lamia is a good persona. I think I'd rather hold on to that persona for now.
Are you finished?
So I am, yes.
We look forward.
I won't need to
your
pick up any
next
persona on my climb, unless I level up, like I say, and then maybe I can fuse something else. But we're mainly here for the experience for the team and I tonight. Anything else I can find is a bonus. And I should have a decent group team here. Yep, definitely Junpei and Akihiko. And having Yukari along for healing just really fits a good balance. We can work Mitsuru back in. Well, you're pretty far from leveling up either way, so really it'd be nice if I could get Junpei and Akihiko to level up. And just put us maybe that little bit closer to everyone else's average level. And we've already reached a barrier floor, so we're not going to be treading on new territory. So I guess let's just get to getting. How about 54? It's a good middle of the road. I don't want to go too easy and not get enough experience, but I don't want to go too hard and spend a bunch of time on fights that could be better. Oh, saying that, let's drop down to about 47. Maybe I can get some major arcana in short order and maybe reach an arcana burst before too much time has elapsed. Either way, tonight let's go to Tartarus. Here we go. I guess we're already here, but let's climb.
Come on, let's get this show on the road.
Yeah. I appreciate the rest of the team making time tonight for this. Wow, a rare shadow right off the bat. I guess it's one thing to see it. It's another thing to actually catch it before it runs away, or fight it before it runs away. Oh, the enemies on this floor seem strangely agitated. Okay, I guess maybe I went down a few too many floors. Maybe I should have gone up a little bit. I don't really want the enemies to run away. It says here, does give me the luxury of collecting treasure chests. But
Great.
looks like the stairs are that way. You can tell by that green silhouette off that way, so might as well do a little bit of exploring along the way. Kind of free money as I'm taking these parts of the tower with me. All right. Nice to have him turn its back right off the bat here. Keep saying that.
It'd be great if we can defeat it.
Guess I need a bit of a faster shadow equipped.
Fire won't work. Be careful.
Darkness. I knew we knew a weakness on the precious hand here. I'm the only one on the team with the dark ability, so my time to shine. Sandman has come in so clutch recently. There's a thought about attacking it again while it's not. I think the team can knock it down with it, or not, take it out with an all-out attack here. I'm gonna trust the team. Auto had Mitsu with me anyway, so there wouldn't have been anyone to use an ice attack on the other enemy anyway. Ooh. Right off the bat, the Fool Arcana. Gotta love it. That's more experience for the rest of the climb tonight. Odd coins worth a couple thousand yen as well. Very nice.
Is that treasure?
I guess it always has been, but there's no reason to assume that trend will always continue. I was going to make some sarcastic response, but whoop. Oh, it ran away from me. That's right.
We got the upper hand.
Well, so far I'm feeling good about the team. I guess this also shows that Sandman is no faster than anybody else. Money is nice. Money is always nice, but I'm here for the experience, so let's just keep taking that tonight. That'll be a bit more of my priority tonight.
Nailed it. Nice gun.
Money, all right. Matador was fast. I figure if I'm the one acting first, that just gives me that chance to control the field a little bit more. A rare chest. Looks like a rare shadow in front of it, maybe.
Oh, there's a treasure chest.
I didn't think I snuck up on that one. That was kind of a gimme.
2 enemies. You can take them.
I'm glad we just fought those. I remember they're weak to electricity. And I feel a bit better about spending my SP because A, I'm going to regenerate some every turn with the accessory I have equipped. But B, we're only here for an hour. We're not going to face any bosses. If we do face any rare shadows, I do need to be a little more cautious with them, as last time here taught me. But I don't want to just sit on this SP and not use it for anything.
Doing pretty well.
We'll be able to make it through more fights this way. A Patra Gem. I believe that's a status healing item, so... We've been finding a lot of those. It's like the game's trying to tell me something. There's a teleporter. I definitely don't need that.
Shadow spotted. What's the plan?
It always gives me a bit of a jump here when the shadows disappear like that because they get stuck on things. Especially in this case because it didn't seem to reappear. Oh, wait. I see it on the mini-map again now. Oh, that was different.
We got the advantage. Don't let anything back. Fire won't work. Be careful.
Ice and dark.
What to do?
Sandman, the one that can do it all.
That's an enemy down.
Unless we miss. Which is a very real potential. That's happened a lot of times. Thankfully, this one shouldn't be an overly critical one. But yep, I'm encouraged with our climb so far. I mean, yes, I am taking on slightly weaker enemies right now, so these should be easy, but the fact that they are is just that much more encouraging.
Nailed it. Nice.
We heading up these stairs?
Sure are.
Oh, there's a treasure chest.
Ooh, lots of strong enemies on this floor. I believe there was a floor similar to that taught us about Fuuka's jamming
This will be
ability.
a fight worth our while.
Alright, this time I'm not going to say this will be an easy fight because I fell for that trap last time. This will be a fight that, like all the others, takes proper thought. It looks like wind attacks. Look at that, Sandman can do it. Using the right elemental attacks also fills my theurgy gauge, which always good.
Let's go!
Nice one, you son.
Alright. I don't know if this will actually finish it, but Junpei usually comes in clutch after these things. There we go.
That's a win for the
Justice
team.
wins
Good
again.
job, everyone.
Alright, well, Fuuka leveled up. I'll take it.
Now I can support you all even better.
And she learned a new ability. Sylphid Aura. Raises the party's defense, accuracy, and evasion in the next battle. Okay. That's
Now,
always good to have more tools at our disposal. A rare chest. I've got 33 Twilight Fragments. I can spare one here. Agilao. Okay, a skill card. I remember the last time I was talking about skill cards while I was in Tartarus, that was when the Reaper showed up, so... Thinking about talking about skill cards even has kind of got me thinking, uh-oh, what if I end up calling the Reaper again? Thankfully, it was just seen from a distance and I was able to run away.
I'm detecting a surge of power. Be careful.
Forgot to change off to a faster persona, yeah.
nice one, you son.
We're not gonna go easy.
Hopefully we can just follow the same formula as before, though, and hopefully I can follow up my next attack here with another all-out attack. And then Junpei can hit a home run to finish us off.
I'll go with
Sandman.
Yes, you're on a roll.
If I could find that, major arcana that boosts our all-out attacks for the rest of the night, that'd be pretty nice. Yeah, that's the one. I'll take it. Thank you, High Priestess. That just makes us that much more capable now.
Let's do the same thing for our next fight.
Ever since we've learned about and seen the Reaper, that just it stays in my head too, that I really don't want to dawdle too long in any of these floors. Stronger Shadows, yes, I have a chance on, but the Reaper, no. I don't believe that's in the cards for quite some time for me.
Doesn't that one look pretty tough?
There might technically be a way to finagle something, I think, but I'm not even sure if this version of the game lets you do that, so I'll keep those theories to myself, and we'll just move on with due reverence for the Reaper.
You're on a roll.
We should be doing a little bit more damage this way with that High Priestess card. Oh yeah. Oh, we knocked it to Dizzy though, so we're not going to get another all-out attack with Yukari.
Some fun. Persona.
Still a nice hit though.
That's a weakness. Thank you, Point. That was a critical hit.
Well, I guess the rest of the team will just finish it off as I watch now. I'll take that.
Nice defeated. Good work out there.
And a shuffle time out of it. Wow, 3 major arcana. Endurance, agility, luck. Strength or magic. Or 3 agility sutras. Well, why not? This is 3 stats, all raised by 2. I'll take it. Another Onyx and a level for Yukari.
Yeah! Who's up next?
And the stairs, man, everything's coming up, so far. Knock on wood. Hopefully I'm not saying something I shouldn't here. It seems extra dark ahead of me.
Hey, let's loot that chest.
Maybe I'm being a bit too timid when the shadows are already afraid of me.
Arch has to go first. 2 enemies.
Fire or ice?
Take them.
I'll go with
That's it. Enemy down.
We'll see if Junpei wants to go with the fire on the other side of things. Nope, he wants vacuum slash.
One fewer.
Yeah, that still works.
What I like to see.
And that's a wrap, folks.
So far, it has been nice to be back in Tartarus for the night. I have been kind of putting it off, and I talked about wanting to stop in here again before the full moon. And it would have been really easy tonight even to just take the night and probably go, to Wakatsu Kitchen or something. And say, I'm going to get a good dinner before tomorrow's operation. That wouldn't have been bad either, but being back in here now and seeing Yukari level up, it's just like, I feel like this was a good, productive choice to get us ready for tomorrow.
They won't know it hit them.
Electricity and fire. I'll hit him with fire here, and then I'll pass off to Akihiko.
Enemies down. You're on a roll.
Hopefully he'll decide to go with the lightning on the other one. Yeah, or on all of them. That works too. Alright. Feel like we're functioning well as a team tonight. Bodes well for tomorrow, hopefully. Yeah, Life Drain has its applications, but I feel like money has more.
This is over. That certainly went well.
Yeah, it certainly did. And another set of stairs.
We heading up these stairs?
Sure. Ooh, another rare shadow. You'll love to see it.
Great.
I really want a faster persona equipped for that, just in case. Well, it's not that far off from me. I'm finding a lot of Dysphere tonight.
Shadow up ahead.
Always a little rough seeing a bunch of stat dispelling items. It's nice to have them, but the game doesn't usually give you those sorts of things unless there's a chance to need them.
That weapon of yours is so you.
Oh, I wanted to hear about that. Hey,
Now's our
Arch
chance.
has to go first.
ice
2
attacks.
enemies. You can take them.
Yeah, that's a nice attack. Alright.
Yes. You're on a roll.
Mudo boost. Yep, money.
Good teamwork, everyone. Now on to the next.
Alright, there's the rare shadow. This one does bear a bit more
It's a rare one.
a bit more watching. Of course, it's in an area with columns, so it's kind of hard to get that really good look. I'd like to think I could probably catch it, but if I play it smart, I'm just that much happier about it. There we go. It's there by itself.
Take it down if you can.
It's weak to dark like it was last time. So as long as I don't miss. I didn't miss.
You're on a roll.
just to further try not to jinx myself, this is, again, exactly what I wanted. I wanted to get that fortune told, spend that 3,000, and encounter these rare shadows. I'll get a Magician Arcana here, sure. A Homunculus there is nice because it will take the hit on an instant kill attack. Sandman leveled up, but even better than that, Akihiko leveled up. Null Confuse is actually a nice thing to have as well.
Let's do the same thing for our next fight.
But that was good. Treasure over here, gotta go for that.
Yo, check out that fancy chest.
Well, that one wasn't scared of me.
Time for a fight.
Electricity, ice, ice.
I'll go with.
Our team is very set for that.
Yes, you did it! You're on a roll. 2 enemies down.
You got this, Akihiko. Show them how it's done.
Let's go!
Alright. Just keep taking the experience tonight.
Look like we'll be needing a 10 cap.
Ooh, somebody wants to scout ahead. Who's it gonna be? I feel like Junpei would want that. Yeah.
Hey,
Come on, dude. You know I'm the man for the job. I do. I said it before you did. I'm counting on you. He opened the treasure for me, though.
There's a shadow.
I like how the shadows only target me. Akihiko's practically standing right next to it, but it's like, nope, you're the one I want. Which works for me, because now I can get back and try to sneak up on it. Alright. Try not to be greedy here, but I made it. We are fighting without Junpei this round.
I'm still setting up. It'll take a little more time.
Fire and ice. Yeah, power, you've got fire and ice.
Yes, you did it! You're on 2 enemies down.
Always kind of different on these all-out attacks, seeing groups of 3. I'm so used to seeing the full group of 4 attacking. I just realized though Junpei's not in the party right now, so that's going to be more experience for everyone else, but no experience for him. It is nice putting these different Persona through their paces tonight, though, and just kind of remembering what I have on hand. Yeah, the music in this version is great. Nothing against the other versions either, but this is just as good. Yo, found ya! I made sure to clear you a path. Oh, here. I picked it up off the ground earlier and thought of you. I picked up some antibiotic gel, a dysphere, and some parts of the tower. I'll take it. Seems like you've all met up safely. Thank you for scouting ahead.
Hope we don't run into any creeps here.
Well, you covered a lot of ground on this floor.
There's a shadow.
It's our chance to go first.
The full English VA cast,
Take them.
full moon, full life. I have not, but I will definitely have to check that out. That sounds interesting.
I'm still setting up. It'll take a little more time.
I don't know how many times. I mean, every fight, I feel like I need to check what the weaknesses are. So I'm really glad Fuka's on hand to keep reminding me. She also doesn't seem to think that would be too mad at me for constantly asking. Like, Fuka, what's the precious hand weak to again? That's still weak to dark, Tom.
I've been whipped. Don't pull any punches.
There they go.
Does Doesn't look like we'll be needing a 10 count.
Nailed it! Nice going, Junpei.
Even though the floors all look the same, let's try not to run ourselves ragged.
Yeah, especially tonight before the big operation. We want to approach this within reason. The worst, there's never a good time to overtrain and hurt yourself, but the day before, that would be the worst.
Looks like fire will work great.
Fire will work great. Always nice taking 3 enemies down at once and having it result in an all-out attack. There's just something nice about one attack doing all that. Maybe I should have, challenged a bit of a higher floor with the first half of tonight, but I feel good about the progress I've been making, kind of just running through these shadows. And I did say we're taking it a little easy to not overhurt ourselves before tomorrow. So there's the stairs over there. There's a rare shadow over there. I don't care what's anywhere else now. I see that rare shadow. Okay, you're gonna come this. Oh, you're not gonna come this way.
Isn't that one different from the others?
That was close. I had that fear it was gonna turn around, and I'd gotten greedy.
It'd be great if we can defeat it.
Dark, weak to ice. Ah, Sandman. Oh, that, I've talked about it earlier. That is the risk. Those rare hands are extra evasive, and that proved to be the case here again, too. That was a nice solid hit, though. Oh, Junpei got that critical hit. That could be what we need. Oh, I'm still proud of Junpei for getting that hit in and giving us that chance. All right, we got it.
All enemies defeated. Good work out there.
And that is a new level for Junpei, 25.
Yeah, I'm getting
And a new ability, Torrent Shot. Deals weak pierce damage to one foe, 2 to 4 hits. Got a lot of seemingly duplicate attacks. Between Power Slash and Bash, I'm probably going to thin that out a little bit. Either weak strike damage or weak slash damage. And we'll get rid of Power Slash. If he wants to just do a basic slash attack to one enemy, he's got a sword that he carries around with him, so let's replace Power Slash with Torrent Shot. That just gives us one more ability, coverage. He can now do pierce damage if the situation calls for it. All right.
Went off without a hitch.
It sure did.
Let's get going.
Before fighting a stronger enemy, there's a skill of mine I'd like you to use. It's called Sylphid Aura. Yep, kind of nice to have read about that earlier. Sylphid Aura is a support skill that automatically raises the defense and accuracy evasion of the whole party at the beginning of combat. Okay, the effect duration lasts between floors, but will be cancelled after entering battle. It's best utilized before decisive battles and key encounters. Good to know. But I see this teleporter here, and I feel like I've got to take it. We've made a lot of great progress up to 54 so far, so let's make sure we get that saved. Junpei's expended a bit of HP doing some attacks here, so I'll heal him up while we're here. Yukari's got more SP than I do. Yeah, I'm here to save the game. We've got a little bit of time left in the dark hour here. I didn't level up, did I? I don't think I did. No, not yet. Oh, I'm pretty close, though. There's no reason to stop in the Velvet Room and try to spend time fusing anything, because because I haven't leveled up. Looks like I'm the closest one, though. Well, getting everybody else to 25 or 26, that is nice. We're right on that cusp of everybody else's average level of 26 now, and much closer than we were before today. So far, so good. back to climbing. And yeah, I mean, with the Sylphid Aura ability, I will be the first to admit I haven't always been the best at keeping track of Fuuka's abilities, so I do need to try to make efficient use of those. It's another tool in my toolbox here, so before boss fights, or I don't know if I'll be able to leverage it tomorrow in any way, but if I could, that would definitely be something. Full moons are usually a lot different from everything else, so it might not provide that opportunity, but won't know until I keep my eyes open and look.
Doesn't that chest look kind of different from the others?
Junpei, he's our man. If he can't do it, no one can. Now give me some double fives.
Yay!
I've said it before. I love the background banter between the party members. It really makes them feel like real people in an actual climb. They're not just, background characters or part of my party that are silent. They've got their personalities, and scenes like that are just so fun.
Looks like the enemy's weak to light.
Light and wind.
I'll go with.
I could have switched off to Magaru. I probably really should have. I mean, I've still got Sandman equipped. I'm actually kind of surprised Sandman was faster than the rest of the party. I could liberally use my SP, but I'm still about half, so with our time a little over half expired now. Not much here, so I guess I'll take the Bewilder card. A Balm of Life, a really good healing item. Yeah, you're good, Sandman, but Matador's got that Auto Tsukukaja, which is just a free buff at the start of every fight. Stairs are over there. Looks like nothing over here. An Arca Sculpture. I stand corrected. That's nice to take a bit of a souvenir back to sell.
Shadow up ahead.
Assuming that tomorrow goes as I'm hoping it does with the full moon. Hopefully we can get past that and get to a point where Officer Kurosawa might have some new gear for us.
I'll go with.
And the more pieces I can find of the tower to sell, the more affordable that'll be. That's where I was going with that.
Yes! You're on a roll!
I could really use that last major arcana eventually. Yeah, another elect break, I guess. Not that I need that shuffle time, but again, just thinking if I can get something slightly better, I would take slightly better. Teleporter.
Oh, can we go up those stairs?
Best to stay on your toes here.
Ooh, there's a strong shadow.
Doesn't that one look pretty tough?
It does. Okay.
I'm detecting
This enemy, this did a number on me last time. It used that sexy dance ability, charmed 3/4 of the team. It was all kinds of a mess. It's weak to ice. It uses fire attacks as well, and I remember that, and I learned my lesson from that. I feel like Sandman really came in clutch for me. Although, looking at Lamia here, Lamia resists charm. I guess it doesn't totally omit or totally replace the chance, but I don't have an ice attack here. So maybe that's why I was going with Sandman before. And for Bufu there, and the coverage against fire. Well, kind of rough this time around. I don't have Mitsuru with me to contribute her side of the ice attacks. We'll do what we can. I gotta trust the party. Ooh, that was not a lot of damage. Although with this persona equipped, I've also got Junpei on the team. He's resistant to fire. Those fire attacks won't do as much. I can't remember if Yukari is weak to fire, or if that was Mitsuru. Alright, so we took about half of its HP down. That's not what you want to see. Okay. I mean, yeah, the fire attack was good, but the fact that the whole party is acting dubiously now, that kind of isn't what I wanted. Yeah, well, it is what it is. Okay, his status ailment, recovered. That's good. Healing up the healer. You like that. She's still charmed. Okay. Not a lot for me to weigh in on here as the game kind of plays itself, but I guess even knowing about danger doesn't preclude the danger happening. Maybe being hit by fire wouldn't have been as bad as being charmed for 4 or 5 turns, whatever it's been here. Okay, well, no status ailment right now. Alright, Uka, how about you? What can you do to help me out here?
No.
Okay, all of our stats up. Yeah, I'll take that. I'm gonna go for the attack here. It won't be an all-out attack with everybody since Yukari is still charmed, but let's just try to end this fight successfully. Hopefully. Nope, not yet, but closer.
Nice reflexes, Yukari-san.
It is nice that Akihiko's got a higher level healing ability now. Alright. I'm glad that nobody is currently charmed. That usually seems to draw this enemy back to using the sexy dance attack. Okay, that's perfect. Junpei, you're hero of the night. A black quartz, good amount of experience.
Who's next?
And still that realization that status effects can do bad things to me. But we made it. I'm not going to dwell on it. As rough as it was still better than the other time.
Strength at a boxing machine the other day, but it.
There's a shadow.
Hit him hard and fast.
I'm still setting up. It'll take a little more time.
Weak to fire, weak to wind. Yeah, fire, wind. Well, I'm just going to attack here.
Let's go.
Probably should have checked on our HP status before. I'm glad my allies are keeping an eye on that. But we've got wind here, and hopefully fire from Junpei. Well, actually, she might finish off the other enemy right here. She might finish them all off for all I know. Really close, one away.
2 enemies defeated at once.
Nice. Grand slam.
Good work out there.
Went off without a hitch. Let's get going.
Oop, I spy some treasure.
Been finding a lot of black quartz recently. Alright, a regular shadow.
Look at it. Wanting around.
Pay attention this time. Weak to ice. That's freezing solid.
Everybody's weak to ice? I like it. I can handle that. It's my time to shine. No misses this time.
You're on a roll.
Though when you've got multiple enemies all weak to the same thing, there's just a greater chance to not miss. I mean, the odds of missing 1 is still there, but the odds of missing 3, much lower. There's that last major arcana. Welcome to the team, Emperor. That is an arcana burst. Not a lot of time left in the dark hour, but I won't turn it down. Yeah, money is tempting, but like I've been saying, I'm here for the experience tonight. So I'm going to take the experience boost. Not huge, but
Let's do the same thing for our next fight.
every point helps. Oh, I've got to be getting pretty close for my level, right? 145. Okay, that's not bad. Nobody else can really say that, but Fuka will be the next one looking at those numbers.
Let's keep going.
At the very least, I would like to level up before the dark hour ends
Y'all doing
tonight.
all right? This is a piece of cake for me.
Are you seriously bragging? Don't come crying to us if you take yourself a hole.
I don't like this dubious talk before a strong shadow here. All right, though, here we go. I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna still rely on Sandman because taking those extra fire attacks is just one less thing.
We got the upper
The
hand.
enemy looks tough.
And yeah, Sandman gives me that fire coverage. Does anybody else? Oh yeah, I say Lamia does, but why wasn't I using her? Because she doesn't have the ability to use. She doesn't have ice attacks. Oh, yeah. Once again, no ice. I'm like, oh, I could actually be healed by fire with my Chariot Arcana here. Okay, well, I guess I've done the full circle. Sandman, you're still up. At this point, you just gotta do it. Whatever happens, happens. It's kind of out of my hands at this point. It's like playing a game of chess against somebody else. Like, well, it's the opponent's turn. They're gonna do what they can do. The board is the way it is. These are the moves open to me. Like a bit distress. Always nice to see status ailments on other people for a change. Alright, moment of truth. Alright, just Junpei. Yukari is faster than Junpei, so there's a good chance she will attack or act before him, and I would think she'll probably prioritize hearing that debuff, so I'm going to focus on attacking like last time. Who knows, maybe the three of us can finish it off right here. Or at the very least, we should do enough damage that maybe Akihiko can come in after me and take care of it. Oh, okay. Well, that still works. Nice. Good critical hit to finish things off.
Move on. No shadows detected.
And a shuffle time. Alright, this was a stronger enemy, so that should mean even more experience. Ailment boost. There's been so much talk about status ailments. I'm taking the experience. There's my level. Alright.
That was a good workout.
It was. So good that I think we get to be rewarded by healing up a little bit. That looks better. And we're getting pretty close to the end of the dark hour here. I feel good about hitting that level. Oh, a rare shadow? Would you look at that? Don't really like having that part of the tower in my way. It just kind of changes that pathing in an irksome way. Alright, it worked out so far. Yeah, step one is getting it into combat.
Do your best to take it down.
Sky balance. Oh, it is still a precious hand. I wondered if we were on a higher floor, if this was going to be a different iteration. Weak to ice, weak to dark.
I'll go with.
Look at that, dark and ice. I probably should have attacked with ice first and try to down the other two. Okay. Now I just have to hope that we can finish it off with an all-out attack, which I believe we can do. I think that's already happened once tonight. But we've had a lot of other encounters in my head that have kind of mixed in there. I believe in this team. There we go. You love to see it. Take the experience once again. Especially like that against rare shadows. That's a level for my persona. That's why I like having, you know, those growth abilities scattered throughout the team. Learn Tentarafu. Medium chance to confuse all foes. There's that confusion again. Wow. Well. I've never had a lot of luck with these insta-kill attacks like Hama. And I do have Koga here, so I've got a light attack. I don't typically use status ailment attacks either, but maybe that's one of those things I need to get a bit better at. Yeah, you know what? Just kind of broaden that team a little bit more. One more tool in that toolbox I was talking about.
Perfecto.
Discharm. I've had a lot of charm hitting me tonight.
Found the stairs. Want to climb up?
Sure do. Oh, a rare chest.
Oh, there's a treasure chest.
Alright, I don't think I'm too far from a two-way teleporter, so I think next two-way teleporter I reach, that will be where the climb ends for tonight.
I'm still a little scared of the faces on the walls. Seems like they could start moving any time now.
Don't say that. You've got me feeling paranoid.
That would be especially unnerving. I was looking around behind me, and there's one right in front of me here. Looking through trees in the forest, right? Let's open the chest here. What am I gonna get? Ice boost. Okay. I'm gonna need you to turn around, Shadow. All right, there we go.
We got ourselves.
Almost swung too early.
Yes, we have the
That's going to be weak to ice and lightning. I'm not going to bother Fuka this time around. Akihiko's got not much more SP left than I do, so I'll just step up and try it here. And that way, even if we don't take him all out with a solid attack, there's a good chance he'll be able to follow it up with his own elemental affinity attack. Experience. It's kind of weird not prioritizing money, since that's been my go-to for almost every climb up to this point. But ooh, scout the area.
Hey.
All right, if you want to do it. Oh, lifestone. Okay. Ooh, a rare shadow. I can't not go back for that. Well, I could, but I'd rather not go back for that. Make sure I've got my fastest persona equipped here.
Found a rare one. Don't let it get away.
We are going to do less damage in my all-out attack, assuming I can get it into a down state in the first place. Alright, I got lucky and caught up to it there.
That one's special. Take it down if you can.
It is by itself, so that comes down to a chance of whether I hit or miss here. I hit.
The enemy lines are broken.
Here we go, let's see what happens. I mean, we're in the best state possible right now, we're with the all-out attack. Got it, alright. Kind of a shame Akihiko misses out on this experience. Well, this time I will take the money. But the rest of us get even more of that pie then, since it's divided fewer ways.
Nailed it. Nice going, Junpei.
Alright, time's becoming close. I don't really want to keep pressing my luck on things. Mostly just because I've seen the Reaper before, and seeing it from afar was definitely all I wanted at this point. So that was even actually more than I wanted at this point.
Go.
There you are. I went ahead and scouted the area. Here, take this. I picked it up while I was looking around. Very nice, quite the collection. Thank you, thank you. Seems like you've all met up safely. Thank you for scouting ahead. Alright, another nice chest.
Oh, there's a treasure chest.
I think 60 was a two-way floor. I mean, think it or not, I guess I'm going along until I can get out of here.
They won't know it hit that.
Yeah, these adamant beetles, they have no weaknesses. And they use striking attacks, so that is actually important to be aware of.
Never mind.
They're weak to ice, that's right. Okay. I'm doing that mix of looking for something that can take a strike attack, which is really nobody, especially Lamia here. So, I guess you've got decent endurance here. I'll get that Mabufu though to hopefully down the two flyers there. Yeah, why not another one? Maybe the rest of the party can focus more on that beetle then. Obviously they have to because it's the only thing left. Now, a critical hit here would be great. Distress is good too. Nice.
Awesome win for the team! Good job, everyone!
I see our full Theurgy gauge is there. I don't know if Theurgy actually carries over tomorrow. I would really like it if it did. I mean, if I could start whatever we're coming into tomorrow with a full Theurgy gauge, yeah, that sounds like I couldn't ask for better. I'll take the free full healing here. Don't have space for the persona.
Went off without a hitch. Let's get going.
I know it's probably a little too late to ask this, but how come the terrain changes every time we enter?
I'm not sure, but it kind of feels as if this place is alive, doesn't it?
That's a good question. Yeah, we haven't really had an answer for that yet.
Hey, that looks like a rare chest.
It does. That's why I came this way. Oof, that turned around quicker than I anticipated. But I still get the advantage.
It doesn't seem to be effective.
Fire and wind.
I'll go with.
I have neither of those on this character. Got all of it on, on Lamia here, though.
Your enemy's down!
And I'm just going to use fire myself here. Junpei seems to like his other attacks. He's his own man, he can do that, but I just want the all-out attack to end the fight here. There they go. Let's see if we make that final push for anybody else to level up for the night. Fuka came through. Thank you, Fuka.
That certainly went well.
Alright. Straight ahead looks like the most unexplored direction. I almost ran right in there. Thankfully, I had a bit of caution. Hopefully right around our right corner here is going to be that set of stairs.
We have the advantage!
Ice and electricity. Yep, I'll start off here with my attack, and then I'll throw it over to Akihiko, who can hopefully take them all down.
You're on two enemies down!
Ready whenever.
It's all you.
I'm on it. I've got you.
Nice hit. Can we come together and knock them all out here? We sure can. Ooh, seeing that level 5 money. I want that, but like I said, I'm here for the experience tonight.
Doesn't look like we'll be needing a 10 cap. Good teamwork, everyone. Now on to the next.
Good teamwork. I mean, what a great way to sum up the night. I really feel the team has done so much tonight to get ready for tomorrow. I was very much on the fence for him even coming tonight, but so far, I mean, this last encounter could change everything technically, but I feel really good about this group.
We got ourselves a shadow here.
There are those stairs, and if I'm in luck, I believe the next floor should be a teleporter.
That time, they won't know it hit them.
Fire for everybody this time. Now, Knock them all down. Hopefully knock them all out. I think that was the last bit of my SP. And, you know, what better stopping point to reach? Well, SP is kind of like mental fortitude or stamina, so that would imply that my character is good and exhausted now. Not exactly how you want to end the night, but I'll take the money this time. Can it be ending the climb with an all-out attack and some money? No level, though.
That certainly went well.
An Arca Mineral, though. I'll take that. Back to floor 60 here. Teleporter. All right, all right. Full theurgy gauges. We made it through. I guess 68 was the top. All right, we made it back. The game is saved, so we've officially made it back. This was a good night. Let's see. What request could I have completed? But I was technically working on 3 of Elizabeth's requests.
Good day.
So let's start here. I'm going to talk to Elizabeth. I'm going to stop in the Velvet Room to register my personas. And then we'll make it headed back to the dorm. What have I accomplished? Shadow hunting. Defeat a total of 600 shadows. Wow.
Wonderful.
Thank you for your assistance. Please take these as your reward. A couple bead chains. Very nice recovery item. One of the best, I think. And that unlocks milestone number 6 for 800 shadows.
Await a report of success.
I'm already at 663, so I'm not that far off already. All right, that was good.
Very well, then.
We'll head inside here. I was gonna say, I could take a look and see what I confuse, but I've talked so much about just maintaining a good team for tomorrow that I think I'm gonna keep what I've got. That kind of goes against that mantra, though, of just knowing and being aware of things, so maybe I should do that. I kind of liked my other version of Matador, but stat-wise, this one's had so much from those major arcana that maybe it is better to replace it with my current one. Yeah, I think I will, actually.
All registered.
Hopefully I can just kind of speed run past the other ones here and just know.
All registered.
It might just be Neko Shogun, actually, that I don't register if I think about it.
Will you register it? I've completed registration. Will you register it to the
A moment to look is probably better.
Is overriding. I've completed registration.
So yeah, different skill here, but that one was by design and it leveled up, so
Is overriding. All registered.
that was good. Yatagarasu. Yeah, I love having growth throughout these things. If I can get a higher version of growth, that would be just that much better, but free experience for everybody. You can see it was, about almost 2,000 experience for Yamata no Orochi here, just
Will you register?
by being in the
All
party.
registered.
It was never on the field.
Will you register it to the... I've completed registration.
You Neko Shogun. Yeah, I've got a better version of you already registered.
This is your
So what can I
Too
fuse?
well, then. Shall we take a look?
I could make Fool or Orthus. Yeah, it's going to take some good persona that I've already got, though, for those. So I'm going to hold off on fusing anybody else for tonight.
Very well.
So, Igor, Elizabeth, thank you so much.
Your next visit.
Tomorrow's the day. Thanks to you guys, I feel really good about this. So, leave the Velvet Room for tonight. And make our way back to the dorm. It was a really good session of training here in the tower. I don't feel like we overtrained. We're all still full health, or pretty close to it. So I don't think that's going to set us back any for tomorrow. First things first, I want to save it. We're good there. Well, let's head back to the dorm.
Oh, hello.
Do you want to stop for tonight? I've done everything I can for the night, right? Equipment was good. I didn't find anything else that needed to be equipped. Personas are good. Can't buy any more items here, so yeah, I'm gonna call it quits here. All right, please get a good night's rest, everyone. And that is the end. It was a good day. Let's head back to the desk and talk a bit. Okay, here we are. So with that, we have reached the end of Monday, July 6th. And it was a great day. I mean, I've said days were good days, but this one felt like a great day. It felt like it was a especially long day too. It was one of our longer ones in a while, but all good reasons for it. All productive, good feeling ones. Starting out at school, I was talking to Junpei today and getting to hear that he was rightly concerned with what we're coming into with tomorrow's big full moon encounter. I'm like I said at the time and thinking back now, I am glad to hear that because that is the right reaction to facing the unknown. And he is taking it seriously. A good day indeed. Yes, it was. But I mean, even Junpei, who seems to really want to be into combat and to prove himself, even he's got that rational side where he's like, yeah, I know this is going to be hard and I am going to take it seriously. It just, really shows the trust I have for the whole team and that they have in me. The school day itself seemed unremarkable. It didn't call anything out, so made it through Monday. That's always a good thing. Did Ice Cube do a rap called Today Was a Good Day? That does kind of sound familiar. You might be right. After school, I was able to do that next checklist of things. I actually remember going through my pockets and finding, I think it was a LAN badge, which was an HP recovery equipable accessory, which I gave to Yukari. That kind of got me second-guessing some of my equipment, so I really did that full deep dive with Officer Kurosawa just to really make sure, and I feel good about that. And I definitely checked every category, and things are properly equipped across the board now. Did our shopping for medicine the other day, so don't need to worry there. And I ended up spending my afternoon at the student council. I'd consider doing some time or spending some time with Maiko, but she still looked like she was in good, safe shape, so I wanted to go back to the school. I had the right persona on hand as well, so that kind of helped inform my decision. And it sounded like everyone had already left by the time I got there. But thankfully, Odagiri stuck around and we talked a bit. And he revealed a bit more about his motivation for things. And talking about why he really strives for order, because order keeps power in check, and it kind of levels that playing field for everybody. It keeps people from using their power to abuse those that don't have power. And just seeing that other side of him, I still kind of disagree with some of the way he's approaching his investigation, but it framed it in a different light for me and let me see more of the man behind the decisions, basically. I think I understood him a little bit more as a result, and again, while I still am not exactly on his side for his approach, I think it just opens up more of a dialogue of understanding between the two of us. And now I can kind of try to approach things with new knowledge in mind and maybe share my side of things in a way that will be in line with his values. I appreciate him sharing that with me, and he seemed to trust me enough to share that with me, so it was cool to see that level of growth between the both of us. And that leveled up our social link rank to 5 now, I think? Maybe even 6. I think it was 5. Either way, good solid progress. And I felt good about that. Spending time with the student council the week before exams, I mean, even though the council meeting had already ended by the time I got there, and we kind of wrapped things up fairly quickly, there was still that thought that maybe I was able to at least touch base with some capacity on what needs to be done around the school and uphold my responsibilities there. From there, though, headed back to the dorm. Remembered to harvest the onions up on the roof that Junpei helped us grow. Got a lot of status recovery items, which is always good to have, just on those cases you'll need them. But I decided it was a hard call at first because I wasn't sure I wanted to go to Tartarus, but we made the call to go to Tartarus tonight. And boy, looking back on the day, I'm so glad we did. We all leveled up a couple, well, not a couple levels, but we're all so much closer. We might actually be at that average level of 26 like everybody else. We very quickly got some major arcana to gain that much more experience for the whole night. The team was just really in line. We all have good abilities, a good balance of different skills. And just to see everybody really in a good level range now for everybody else. I don't feel like I'm behind anymore. I wasn't really beforehand, but now I really don't. I got that rarity fortune beforehand too and was able to fight a few rare shadows successfully, which I always love. Getting nice chunks of experience there. I hit level 27, Fuka hit level 26. I think everybody else was at least level 25. Yukari might even be level 26 now. There was one tough fight against one of those lustful snakes, I think it was. And it did a number on me, yeah. Charm will always do that to me. It's one of the most debilitating status effects, I think. But we weathered the storm much better this time around than we did last time. Nobody ended up going down, so I didn't end up using up any of our important revival items. And even just saying and going through all that felt like the best proof of progress. As much trouble as it was the last time we were here, it was still trouble this time, but less. So we've steadily climbed from floor 47, I think, all the way up to 60. Never saw the Reaper, thankfully. But the team, everything just went well. We had a lot of good all-out attacks. We felt like we had good coverage. I feel really good about the personas I have with me and the coverages they have between attacks and defense. So spent about the entire dark hour in the tower, just like I always try to do as well. But having gotten to the end of things and getting to the end of the night there, registering the personas in the compendium and looking over the team's stats, I really do think that the team and I, we're in the best shape possible for tomorrow's full moon. There are minimal things that could have been done. I mean, if I put more time in, if I spent more than an hour in the dark hour, yeah, we could have leveled up a little bit more technically, but for where we are as a team and for trying to adhere to roughly an hour for the dark hour, I feel like we are in really good shape. It still remains to be seen what tomorrow will bring, but it's better to feel like I've put the steps in now and have taken whatever measures I could than to just instantly feel behind right before the race even starts, basically. It's still going to be adapting in the moment because that's what you do when you're facing the unknown, but I feel like I'm at least coming in with enough tools to be able to address a variety of situations. Could I feel better knowing? Yeah, I would like to have more information, but we don't have that luxury. And so for that being what it is, I still feel like we're in the best shape we can be. And as the team leader for the combat side, I will definitely take that any night it's offered to me. But from there, we congratulated each other on a night well done, made our way back to the dorm, and hopefully got a good full night of sleep for the rest of the night. Working during the dark hour might have taken a bit more of our time at the end of the day, but I think it was time well invested for tomorrow. So hopefully we are able to rest up enough to be in peak condition tomorrow and just address whatever comes. But with that, that was the end of Monday, July 9th, and it was a great day. So thank you so much for sharing it with me. I always so appreciate people being here. It's very fun playing for an audience. I stream this Persona A Day series live every day at 12:30 Eastern Time, so if you're ever around and you want to spend some time, I would love to have you. I also upload every playthrough to my YouTube channel, because I know everybody's busy, and taking that time out of the middle of the day, or whatever part of the day this is for you, doesn't always work. Totally understandable, so everything's available to watch on demand at whatever pace works best for you. With that, I just hope everyone has a great Monday. Hopefully whatever you have to get done is coming together and starting the week off on a good note. If you've got any sorts of challenges, like we've got this full moon coming up tomorrow, hopefully you've put in the time and effort to get ready for them, and that you feel confident being able to address them. But let's just keep doing our best, take it one step, one day at a time, and surely we'll get back to those entertaining, enjoyable times when we can. But I've been Tom Shima. Thank you again so much for being here. I hope I can see you again tomorrow. And let's just keep enjoying our time. Till then, goodbye.